The word of the Lord came down to Jonah, son of Amittai, clear and bright. Arise, go preach to Nineveh the mighty, their evil rises in my sight. But Jonah rose to run the other way, to Tarshish far from God's command. Down to Joppa paid the fare that day, and sailed away from heaven's hand. Oh, Jonah ran, from the presence of the Lord he fled. But the Lord of sea and storm and land would not let his word go dead. The Lord then hurled a wind upon the water, a tempest roared, the ship would break. The mariners cried out, each to his God, and tossed the cargo for their sake. But Jonah slept down deep within the hold, as if the storm could never wake. The captain shook him, "Sleeper, call your God, lest for your silence we all forsake." Oh, Jonah ran, from the presence of the Lord he fled. But the Lord of sea and storm and land would not let his word go dead. They cast their lots to find the guilty one. The lot fell swift on Jonah's name. They pressed him hard, "Your trade, your land, your kin." He answered, "Hebrew I proclaim. I fear the Lord who made the sea and shore." Yet from his face I turned and came. The sailors trembled, "Fool, what have you done?" The storm grew wilder all the same. "What must we do to calm this raging sea?" they cried as waves rose mounting high. Jonah spoke, "Lift me and cast me in. Because of me you all will die." They rose desperate stroke, but wind and wave would not comply. At last they prayed, "O Lord, take not our lives, for blood we spill beneath your sky." They seized up Jonah, hurled him to the deep. The sea fell silent, calm and still. The sailors feared the Lord with holy dread, offered sacrifice upon the swell, and made their vows beneath the quiet stars, while Jonah sank where shadows dwell. But God appointed there a mighty fish to swallow Jonah whole and whole. 3 days, 3 nights within its living dark, a tomb beneath the ocean's roll. Yet still the Lord, who rules both storm and calm, held fast the prophet's fleeing soul. Oh, Jonah ran, from the presence of the Lord he fled. But the Lord of sea and storm and land would not let his word go dead. In my trouble I called to you, from the dark, from the storm, from the blue. You hurled me down where the breakers roar. Your waves, your flood, they swept me o'er. I thought I'd never see your face, driven far from your holy place. The water's closed, the weeds wrapped tight. I sank like stone into the night. But you heard my voice from the belly of Sheol. You heard my cry when my soul was low, down to the roots, to the bars of the grave. Yet you raised my life. Oh Lord, you say salvation belongs to the Lord. The deep surrounded the current pull. My heart was faint, my strength was numb. I remembered you when all seemed gone. My prayer rose up to your temple throne. Those who cling to worthless things trade your love for broken wings. But you heard my voice from the belly of Sheol. You heard my cry when my soul was low, down to the roots, to the bars of the grave. Yet you raised my life. Oh Lord, you say salvation belongs to the Lord. So here in the dark I will sing once more, with a voice of thanks on this slimy floor. What I vowed in fear I will gladly pay, for you are the God who makes a way.
You heard my voice from the belly of hell. You broke the silence, you broke the spell. The fish obeyed, the dry land came. I'll speak your mercy, I'll praise your name. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Salvation belongs to the Lord.
the sea.
Set him free, set him free, set my servant free.
Out on the shore, on my knees I fall. You brought me up, you save us all.
The word of the Lord came a second time. Jonah, arise, go to Nineveh, speak my line. That great city 3 days to cross its span. A prophet sent with judgment in his hands. He walked one day in, voice like a flame. 40 days more, Nineveh falls in shame. No thunder, no storm, just 8 words of doom. Yet the city heard, and the silence consumed. Sackcloth and ashes, from palace to street. Every heart broke at the prophet's feet. From the greatest to least, they believed and they cried, turn, O God, let mercy abide. The word reached the throne, and the king stood bare. Tore off his robe, let the crown fall there. He sat in the dust, issued decree through the land. No food, no drink, man nor beast shall stand. Cover all in sackcloth, cry out mightily. Turn from your evil, from violence flee. Who knows, God may turn, his anger may cease, and they never live in the shadow of peace. Sackcloth and ashes, from palace to street. Every heart broke at the prophet's feet. From the greatest to least, they believed and they cried, turn, O God, let mercy abide. When God saw their works, how they turned from their sin, he relented the disaster he'd planned to begin. No fire, no ruin, no 40-day end. Grace like a river where judgment had been. Sackcloth and ashes give way to the dawn. Nineveh stood where the condemned were gone. From the prophet's short word to the city's long cry, God's heart turned, and the city didn't die.
Jonah stormed out east of Nineveh's wall, fuming at God's display of mercy he could not abide. This is why I fled to Tarshish, he cried. I knew you'd spare them, you're gracious, slow to anger. He built a booth of sticks to shield his head, sat in its shade to watch the city die. But the sun still burned and the booth gave no sigh. It was never the shelter, just pride in his eye.
Then the Lord God raised the plant overnight. Broad leaves arched high like mercy unearned. Jonah laughed for joy, his discomfort turned. This is better than death, he swore in delight.
But dawn brought a worm that God had appointed. The plant withered black where the green had been. A scorching east wind howled, the sun shone hot in the sky. Jonah fainted and begged, "Take my life, let me die."
God put Jonah in Nineveh's shoes. Wrath he craved for them came to him instead. The shade of the plant, God's grace, was taken from when the worm of judgment killed a gift he never grew.
God said, "Do you do well to be angry for the plant?" Jonah spat, angry enough to die. You pity what you did not sow or raise. One night it lived, one night it passed away. Should I not pity Nineveh's 120,000 who cannot tell their right hand from their left? And also much cattle, the wind fell silent. Jonah had no answer left. The booth stood useless, sticks against the blaze. The plant was gone, the grace he never made. The wrath he built for others now he braved. God's lesson carved in he and withered leaves. What Jonah wished on Nineveh's wide street came small and sharp to the prophet's own